Okay, Jason forgot his bicycle, silly Jason, and it was locked up at school. So he ran to school to get the bicycle and then rode it back home. His running speed was 6 miles an hour. His riding speed was 18 miles an hour. Find the distance between home and school if round trip took 20 minutes. All right, cool. So yeah, a little different than the other one, but similar setup. And the time is the tricky part, but let's do it. So we just read the question, so let's set up our table: distance, rate, and time. Okay, and the two rates that we're relating here are his, because he ran to school and then rode it back home. Now, we don't know how far he traveled, but it's the same distance because he went to and fro, so to and back. So we'll go D and D. Okay, so the distance that he ran is the same distance that he rode his bike. All right, the rate would be 6 miles per hour running, and 18 miles per hour riding. So if this is going to be in miles per hour, then the time is going to be in hours and the distance is going to be in miles. All right. Now the time could be a little tricky. So what I'm going to do at first is do this. I'm going to say, all right, the time he was running, we'll do T1. And then, or you know what? Let's make it easy. Yeah, let's do T1. That's fine. And then the time he was riding, T2, and the round trip was 20 minutes. So T1 plus T2 equals 20 minutes, or since we're in hours, 1/3 of an hour. So we can express the time he was running as 1/3 minus the time he was riding his bike. All right, so we'll call this 1/3 minus T. And I'll just let this be T from now on, so we don't have to write the little 2. Okay. Well, my laundry's done. Gotta go get that. So now we have our system of equations. We have distance equals 6 times t. So the distance he ran is equal to the rate he ran times 1/3 minus t, the time he ran. And then also the distance he rode his bike is equal to 18 times t. So then we have to solve the system, which you could do without a calculator. At this point, you could just substitute in 18t, and we get 18t is equal to 6 times 1/3 minus t. Distribute, so we get 2 minus 6t is equal to 18t. 24t is equal to 2. And then divide both sides by 24. 2 over 24 is 1/12. So 1/12 of an hour, so that's about 5 minutes. So he spent about 5 minutes riding his bike and 15 minutes running. And that's it. And it kind of makes sense that this has a 1-to-3 ratio because the rates had a 1-to-3 ratio as well.